Most people spend their entire lives trying to be liked. They smile too much, apologize too often, and beg for validation from people who secretly look down on them. But here's the brutal truth. Those who are loved are often ignored. Those who are respected are rarely loved. And those who are feared are remembered forever. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." This isn't about cruelty. It's about power. The invisible aura that commands respect without ever raising your voice. In this video, we're diving into the forbidden mindset that makes you respected and feared. A mindset so misunderstood, it was once banned, burned, and hidden because it teaches you how to move through the world untouchable. We'll explore 10 dark lessons drawn from Machiavelli, Jung, Robert Greene, and the world's most strategic minds. Each one will push you deeper into psychological mastery, where silence becomes dominance and control becomes freedom. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Stop chasing approval, become the standard. The moment you start chasing approval, you've already placed yourself beneath others. You've told them, subconsciously, "You decide my worth." But the forbidden mindset flips this entirely. You don't seek validation, you become the validation. You move as if your presence alone defines what's acceptable, what's powerful, what's enough. Robert Greene wrote in the 48 Laws of Power, "Never beg for attention. It comes naturally to those who command respect." This is how the truly powerful move, calm, grounded, almost indifferent. They don't ask to be respected. They assume it. Effective affirmation. You are not chasing approval. You are the standard others measure themselves by. Lesson 2. Control your emotions. Control the room. Emotion is energy, and whoever controls that energy controls the entire atmosphere. When someone yells, insults, or provokes you, the weak react. The powerful observe. They wait. They let silence crush the noise. Machiavelli warned, "A prince must never allow himself to be moved by anger." Why? Because anger is predictable, and predictability is weakness. In any argument, your calmness is your weapon. The quieter you become, the louder your authority grows. Try it. The next time someone tries to get under your skin, simply look at them. Don't react. Watch their confidence collapse under the weight of your silence. Effective affirmation. No one controls your emotions. You command the temperature of every room you enter. Lesson 3. Master the art of distance. People only respect what they can't easily reach. When you make yourself too available, too familiar, too accessible, you lose the air of mystery that gives you power. Jung wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. But what happens when one substance is rare? It becomes precious, sought after, irreplaceable. Create distance. Don't always answer messages instantly. Don't reveal everything about yourself. Power grows in the shadows of restraint." Effective affirmation. Your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. Lesson 4. Embrace strategic coldness. There's a difference between cruelty and coldness. Cruelty destroys. Coldness protects. Being emotionally cold doesn't mean being heartless. It means you operate from clarity, not chaos. You feel deeply, but you act deliberately. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. He ruled the world's greatest empire with calm precision, even as betrayal and war surrounded him. His secret? Emotional detachment, the ability to separate feeling from decision. Machiavelli called this the virtue of calculated cruelty. Not to harm others, but to ensure your power remains intact. Effective affirmation. Your calmness is not weakness. It is your most dangerous form of strength. Lesson 5. Let silence do the intimidating. Silence is the most underrated weapon of power. It forces others to fill the void, to reveal, to confess, to overcompensate. In negotiations, arguments, even daily life, the one who speaks less often wins more. Silence signals composure, and composure signals dominance. Consider historical figures like Napoleon or Churchill. Their words were few, but when spoken, they cut through the room like a blade. When you stop explaining yourself, people start imagining your reasons. And imagination is always more powerful than explanation. Effective affirmation. Your silence speaks louder than their noise. You don't explain, you define. Lesson 6. Turn betrayal into blueprint. Every betrayal, every disappointment is data. The weak replay the pain. The strong extract the pattern. Machiavelli said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Instead of reacting to betrayal, record it. Study it. See what it reveals about human nature. Every person who wronged you just taught you how power really moves in silence. Betrayal becomes your field manual, your emotional blueprint for the future. Effective affirmation. Every wound is a warning. Every betrayal becomes strategy. You're beginning to see the pattern, aren't you? This forbidden mindset isn't about being heartless. It's about being whole. It's about moving through a chaotic world with the calm of someone who knows exactly who they are. You're no longer chasing approval. You're no longer explaining. You're no longer breaking to prove you care. You're transforming. Quietly, strategically, permanently. Lesson 7. Be ruthless with boundaries. The weak think kindness means saying yes. The powerful understand that no is sacred. Every time you say yes when you mean no, a piece of your authority dissolves. Machiavelli warned that mercy, when misplaced, becomes a weapon against yourself. He said, "A prince who is not feared will be taken advantage of." Setting boundaries isn't aggression, it's self-respect made visible. The moment people realize your limits are immovable, your value multiplies. Think of it this way. A diamond is valuable because it cannot be easily shaped. Neither can you. Effective affirmation. Your boundaries are the walls of your empire. Guard them without apology. Lesson 8. Master the mask. Appear soft. Think hard. Power isn't always loud. The most dangerous minds often wear the calmest smiles. Machiavelli wrote in The Prince, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you really are." This is the art of the mask. You move with grace, diplomacy, and warmth. But beneath that surface lies a calculating mind. You appear predictable, but your intentions remain hidden. The Roman statesman Augustus mastered this. He disguised ambition as humility, charm as compliance, and built an empire under the illusion of peace. Modern translation: let them underestimate you. Let them think you're harmless. Because when you finally act, they won't even see it coming. Effective affirmation. You are kind on the surface, calculating beneath, soft words, sharp mind. Lesson 9. Withdraw from chaos. Never compete where you don't need to. The masses waste energy fighting battles that don't matter. They argue online, seek revenge, or chase validation from people who don't even matter in their story. The forbidden mindset is surgical, it chooses where to fight. And most of the time, it doesn't. Carl Jung said, "In all chaos there is a cosmos. In all disorder a secret order. The powerful find that hidden order by stepping back, not by diving in." You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Power doesn't chase noise, it creates silence. Think of the lion. It doesn't react to barking dogs. It saves its energy for the real hunt. Effective affirmation. You do not chase noise. You conserve energy for the battles that matter. Lesson 10. Make respect your currency, not popularity. Respect lasts. Popularity fades. We live in an age obsessed with visibility, likes, followers, attention. But here's the truth. Being seen doesn't mean being powerful. Respect comes not from how many people look at you, but how they stand when you enter the room. Machiavelli's philosophy was clear. Power built on popularity collapses. Power built on respect and fear endures. Look at history. Julius Caesar was loved and assassinated. Augustus was feared and ruled for 40 years. Popularity invites envy. Respect breeds silence. Effective affirmation. You don't need everyone to like you. You need the right ones to respect you. At this point, you've crossed a threshold. You're no longer looking for comfort, you're looking for control. The forbidden mindset is a psychological evolution. It teaches you to stand above emotion, to observe the chessboard of human nature without getting trapped in it. You've learned to say less, to stay calm, to let distance and silence work in your favor. But there's one deeper layer, one few ever reach, the part where you start shaping the perception others have of you. That's where the real power begins. Now, let's go even deeper. Lesson 11. Shape perception, become a myth, not a person. People respect mystery more than they respect familiarity. When they think they fully know you, their mind stops being curious, and curiosity is the root of admiration. Machiavelli knew this. So did every powerful figure in history. They created an aura around themselves, an idea greater than the person. Look at Da Vinci, Tesla, or Steve Jobs. They weren't just men, they were myths. Their silence and eccentricity made them untouchable, almost unreal. To become respected and feared, don't just build a life. Build a legend. Speak less about your goals. Move quietly. Let your results speak for you, and your absence be felt like thunder after lightning. Effective affirmation. You are no longer a person to be understood. You are a mystery to be studied. Lesson 12. Embrace isolation, the forge of inner power. Solitude is where weak minds break, and strong minds are reborn. The forbidden mindset thrives in isolation, because in silence all illusions die. There's no one to impress, no noise to drown in, only truth. Machiavelli wrote The Prince while in exile, cut off from power. Nietzsche wrote Thus Spoke Zarathustra in solitude on mountaintops. Their isolation didn't weaken them, it refined them. When you sit alone long enough, the opinions of others start losing meaning. You stop reacting. You start creating. Effective affirmation. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the crucible where your power is forged. Now, these 12 lessons form the spine of the forbidden mindset. Each one sharpens your perception, hardens your will, and silences your dependence on approval. You are no longer chasing affection. You are commanding presence. You are no longer bending to the world, you are shaping it. But there's one final revelation, a synthesis of all these dark truths, the part that turns fear into reverence and respect into power. Lesson 13. Transform fear into respect. Fear is often seen as negative, but when wielded wisely, it becomes a tool of reverence. The forbidden mindset teaches you to act in ways that inspire caution without cruelty. You don't terrorize. You intimidate through mastery, composure, and foresight. Historical example. Genghis Khan didn't need to chase enemies. His reputation alone made tribes surrender before battle. They feared the inevitability of his strategy, not his rage. Robert Greene explains, power is a game of perception. Make them fear your absence more than your presence. Think of it as a shadow. You're not omnipresent, but your influence lingers. People hesitate to test you because the cost is unknown. Effective affirmation. Fear is your ally, not your enemy. Respect follows naturally when fear is tempered with control. Lesson 14. Turn weakness into leverage. Every vulnerability can be transformed into an advantage. The forbidden mindset sees weaknesses not as shame, but as strategy. Example. Abraham Lincoln was known for his melancholy and self-doubt, yet he channeled it into empathy, perception, and political cunning, creating a leader admired and feared in equal measure. Machiavelli noted, men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Reveal weaknesses strategically. Hide them when it serves. Let your adversaries misread you. Confusion is a weapon. Effective affirmation. Every flaw contains power. Every vulnerability hides opportunity. Lesson 15. Command loyalty through subtlety. The strongest leaders never demand loyalty. They inspire it. Quietly, strategically. Consider Queen Elizabeth I. She never physically dominated her court, yet her subtle displays of favor and discretion made nobles bend willingly. Her power wasn't in force, it was in control of perception. Machiavelli emphasized, the promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Power requires flexibility, subtlety, and understanding that loyalty is earned, not taken. Effective affirmation. Your presence and subtlety inspire devotion. Loyalty flows to those who command without demanding. Lesson 16. Think in generations, not days. Immediate gratification weakens. The forbidden mindset plays chess across lifetimes, not checkers in hours. Jung wrote, "The least of things with a meaning is worth more than the greatest of things without it." When you act strategically, every decision is a seed, planted with foresight, watered with patience, harvested with power. Every small act compounds. Every silence, every observation, every controlled response builds a fortress others can't even see forming. Effective affirmation. You do not live for the moment. You create a legacy of influence and power. Lesson 17. Cultivate inner sovereignty. All the tactics in the world fail without mastery over self. The forbidden mindset starts within. Control your mind, emotions, and perception, and the external world follows. Machiavelli knew the greatest rulers were those who first mastered themselves. Robert Greene echoes, "Mastery over yourself is the foundation of mastery over others. When fear, doubt, or distraction arise, meet them with calm authority. When you act from inner sovereignty, no one can sway, manipulate, or diminish you." Effective affirmation. I am the ruler of my mind. I am untouchable, unshakable, and sovereign. Lesson 18. Merge silence and action. Words are cheap, actions are final. The forbidden mindset teaches restraint, to let results speak louder than intentions. Talk less, do more. Execute quietly, but decisively. Historical example. Julius Caesar moved with precision, rarely boasting. Yet when he acted, Rome trembled. Your silence becomes a tool. Your action becomes authority. The combination is unstoppable. Effective affirmation. My silence commands attention. My action commands respect. Lesson 19. Embrace the shadow, accept what others deny. Everyone hides from the darker parts of themselves. Anger, envy, ambition. The forbidden mindset teaches you to integrate them. Jung's shadow is the unacknowledged self. To deny it is weakness. To master it is power. By embracing your shadow, you understand others' motives before they act. You anticipate betrayal, manipulation, and desire, then use it strategically. Effective affirmation. I embrace my shadow. I understand darkness, and I wield it wisely. Lesson 20. Become the unpredictable constant. Finally, the apex of this mindset, unpredictability within constancy. You remain stable, calm, and sovereign. Yet your actions cannot be predicted. You are the storm that arrives quietly, the fire that doesn't announce itself, the presence that changes the room before anyone realizes it. Machiavelli said, "Fortune favors the bold, but fear controls the cautious." The bold combine consistency of self with unpredictability of action. Unbreakable, untouchable, unforgettable. Effective affirmation. I am the constant force no one can anticipate. I am respected. I am feared. Synthesis. Becoming untouchable. You've walked through 20 dark lessons, each one designed to reshape the way you perceive the world, yourself, and power. Let's review the spine of this forbidden mindset. Stop chasing approval. You are the standard. Control your emotions. Mastery over self equals dominance over others. Master distance. Value grows where scarcity resides. Embrace strategic coldness. Clarity over chaos. Let silence intimidate. Absence speaks louder than words. Turn betrayal into blueprint. Learn, adapt, and strike strategically. Set boundaries ruthlessly. They are the walls of your empire. Wear the mask. Appear soft. Think hard. Move unnoticed. Withdraw from chaos. Conserve energy for battles that matter. Respect over popularity. Fleeting admiration is not power. Shape perception. Become a myth, not just a person. Embrace isolation. Solitude is the forge of inner strength. Transform fear into respect. Inspire caution without cruelty. Turn weakness into leverage. Vulnerability can be a weapon. Command loyalty subtly. Influence without demanding. Think in generations, not days. Strategy requires patience. Cultivate inner sovereignty. Mastery of self precedes mastery of the world. Merge silence and action. Results outweigh intentions. Embrace the shadow. Understand darkness to wield power. Become the unpredictable constant, stable, yet impossible to anticipate. Each of these lessons works together like a chessboard. Alone, they sharpen your mind. Together, they make you untouchable. Imagine walking into a boardroom, a negotiation, or even a social gathering. People seek your approval, but you don't give it freely. Tension arises, but your calmness diffuses it, yet your presence dominates. Gossip and manipulation circle, but you are a step ahead, observing, calculating, decisions are made, and when you act, your actions carry the weight of inevitability. Or consider historical parallels. Napoleon didn't react impulsively. He waited, observed, then struck with precision. Queen Elizabeth I ruled a nation by subtle influence and perception management. Machiavelli's prince advised rulers to embrace calculated coldness, to survive, to thrive, to dominate. This isn't about being cruel. It's about being deliberate, strategic, and untouchable. Thought experiment. Close your eyes. Picture yourself in a high-stakes situation. Someone tries to provoke you. Do you explode or remain composed? Someone betrays your trust. Do you react or adapt? Your reputation is challenged. Do you defend it frantically or let your presence speak for itself? The forbidden mindset teaches you to answer all these questions with calm, clarity, and precision. Your mind becomes a fortress. Your presence becomes gravity. Your actions become inevitable. Affirmations to internalize the forbidden mindset. Repeat daily. I am the standard others measure themselves against. I control my emotions. No one controls me. I create distance, mystery, and respect naturally. Silence amplifies my power. My actions speak louder than words. I convert betrayal into insight and weakness into leverage. I am sovereign over myself and my world. I am constant, yet unpredictable. I am feared. I am respected. The forbidden mindset is not a mask to wear temporarily. It is a transformation of thought, behavior, and presence. It is the understanding that approval is cheap, respect is rare, emotion unbridled is weakness, composure is authority, silence is more powerful than speech, absence more commanding than presence. Fear, when wisely wielded, elevates you above the ordinary. You are no longer reacting to the world. You are shaping it, quietly, strategically, irrevocably. Machiavelli warned those who underestimate this mindset. Men shrink from the impossible, but a mind that grasps the forbidden becomes unstoppable. And now you've glimpsed the forbidden. You've walked through the shadows where true power lives. You've seen how respect and fear intertwine to make someone untouchable. Power is not given. It is claimed, not by force alone, but by strategy, discipline, and a mind willing to embrace the truths others avoid. Remember, move silently. Observe endlessly. Think strategically. Let your presence define reality. This is the forbidden mindset, and it is yours to wield.